Hey y'all, welcome in. Pull up a seat and let's get this video started. Hey y'all, I am sitting here watching Everybody Has a Story to Tell, Toddy One Skip, and it is about Patrick and the security guard phone call. And what the security guard told Patrick about what Eric said, I knew it had to have been something other than the house. APS is not going to just come in and take people just because their house is hoarded. If their front porch is trashed, they're going to give you time to clean up. They're not going to just, they don't have poop smeared all over the walls, all over the floors. They don't have piles of dog poop all over the house. They got food in the fridge, in the freezer, all this, that, and the other. Yes, I have seen where Ray has peed himself, but all in all, the family was clean. Timmy was clean. His clothes were clean. You know, they were clean. Other than when the dogs jump up on them or, you know, probably spill something when they're eating or drinking or something like that. And who doesn't have stained up clothes? Who don't? Well, besides Roy boy over here, he don't have no stained up clothes. I am the master of getting stains out. But but anyways, I sat there and said in my videos, there was something that Eric had to have said other than the condition of the house. Because, believe me or not, you know, it's okay if you don't believe me, but I've lived in West Virginia. I know how they do things there. My husband was born and raised there. We've had elderly people that had to get checks. And like I said, his aunts, all except for one of his aunts, she couldn't stand messes. But all of his aunts were hoarders. They didn't take them into custody. They didn't put them in a home, a resident, and they didn't put them in Genesis. I know what Genesis is because there was a Genesis like right next door to us, and it's not for elderly people. Genesis is for children. But unless they have a branch of Genesis that's for elderly, I'm gonna have to look it up, but I don't know. But I do know for a fact it's for children. Yeah. And when I was watching Toddy One Skip's video, if y'all hadn't seen it, go to it. It's Everybody Has a Story to Tell by Toddy One Skip. And she posted this 29 minutes ago. It's called Patrick and the Security Guard Phone Call Breaking News. And when I heard what that security guard said to Patrick about what Eric told the APS and the police and all that, I was like, I knew it. It was something other than just that house. I knew it. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all don't believe me about how it is not. The law don't give two craps if your septic is going out to a creek. Go watch. Let me look and see what it's called, because I watched it today. So I got to go back on my library. But I would love to. I guess I could. like, I don't want to say pick apart his video, but take his video and post it and then comment on it, do my commentary on it. But it's Drew Bensky. What it's like in America's poorest region. It is about West Virginia. And if y'all have time, go and watch Hoods and Hollers, West Virginia, deep in the hollers of Appalachia. I say Appalachian. They say Appalachia. But yeah, y'all go and take a look at that. And like I said, I'm gonna take that video and I'm going to do my own commentary on it if y'all want to come and listen and everything. But they'll tell you he's playing a game. He will tell you straight up. The guy that he's interviewing will tell you straight up. West Virginia does not care about because the water's already nasty. The water is already contaminated. Every bit of the water, except for the natural spring that that guy showed Drew where it was at. And that's where the people in that holler got their water from. But I know when I lived in West Virginia, in the city I lived in, they told us not to drink from the tap. We even had the water board came and put those Brita water pitchers with the filter on it on our porch with a 6-month supply of filters, which was 2 years worth, I think, because they gave us let's see, because the water, no, wait a minute, it was 3, 6, no, it was a year supply. I'm sorry, not 6 months. It was a year supply of filters. And but yeah, before we could use the water for anything, we had to boil it. We had to boil the crap out of it. They were always, our water was always nasty, and that's city water. And the well water was no better. Well water was nasty. Which I wouldn't drink well water anyways, but the smell of it was just even nasty. But yeah, I was just wanting to get on here and tell y'all I told it in my videos. I knew Eric done something, and I'm going to tell y'all my opinion is, and what I think he done, and I'm sure a lot of people think the same thing, is his goal was everything played to his just down to the T of what he wanted. He knew BJ was there. He didn't care nothing about taking Betty to court over that restraining order to keep BJ off the property. That was his plan. Was to get all this started and to say, how did he know that was BJ in there? He said he seen a hand and he knew it was BJ. How? Because Larry could have had a girlfriend. There could have been, Jason could have been in there. If Jason was out of jail, it could have been Jason's brother. It could have been anybody in there. How did he know it was BJ? He didn't. He speculated. Because he had it planned out. That's what he was going to do. He was going to do that. He was going to call APS, give them the SA story, and get Timmy and the rest of them taken, and he was going to try to get custody of Timmy, which there's another phone call stating that he was going to get, him and Patrick was going to share custody of Timmy, and that he would have Timmy the majority of the time. So you are not taking in consideration that Timmy has a mother that is alive. Just because she's got mental disabilities, does that mean that she does not deserve to be with her child? Are you serious, man? Really? You don't deserve anything, Eric. I'm telling you right now. And Patrick, if you had something to do with that too, you need to be ashamed of yourself. I was starting to think better of you, but now that I'm thinking more about it, I think you had a lot to do with a lot of it. Not as much as what Eric did, but you had a lot to do with it. But when everything didn't go the way Eric planned, and he didn't get custody of Timmy, he took tail and ran with the money, with the Whitaker's money. I didn't know where to put it. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You could have put it in a trust. You could have even got a vault at the bank and put it in a vault for the Whitakers. You could have turned right around, since you didn't leave right away from West Virginia to go back to Georgia. You stayed. You stuck around because you want to see how it played out. And it didn't play out in your favor. And you've seen that. And you could have got that money out of wherever it was, whatever account it was in. You could have went and drew that money out and gave it to Betty and had her sign a piece of paper stating, we're not doing no more videos. We are done. Here's your money. But no, you didn't know what to do with it because you just in that little moment, you became dumb. You became brainless. Your IQ levels dropped to -1,000 because you didn't know what to do with the money. So you had to take it with you. And I can guarantee you, there was no money. I can guarantee you. Once everything's said and done and the investigation's over, and they will release what happened with the money, I hope they find every single thing, every receipt, everything. Because you done that family wrong. You could have just done exactly, if you was there to help this family, BJ should have been the furthest thing from your mind. Go in there, get the donations, get the house. You didn't even have to get a house built. You could have got a modular home or a double wide. Oh, you could have got something. But no, that was not your plan. You were slick. You're sly. And you got a lot of cronies that think that you're doing what's best for the Whitakers, and you're not. You only had what was best for you in mind. And I'm going to tell you why you wanted Timmy. It wasn't because you fell in love with this kid. And he's not a kid. He's 44, 45-year-old man. Yes, he's got the mind of a child, but still. What you was going to do is make him your personal circus monkey. And I'm sorry to say it that way, but that's exactly what you were going to do. Because you even said in a video, oh, when it's video time, Timmy gets right to it. He knows what to do. But when the cameras are off, I just tell him, you go over there in the corner, you go do something, but whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I go play on my phone, check my emails, check my Facebook, twiddle my thumbs, play with my Yeah. You didn't want him because you loved him. You wanted him because you seen dollar signs. Because everybody that has watched the Whitakers, I don't care who you are, you either fall in love with Lorraine, Timmy, or Ray, or all three. Or some people fall in love with the whole family. And yes, even BJ. But See, it didn't pan out in your favor. Because that man, that Lorraine's child, is not for sale, Eric. He is not for sale. He is not your personal circus. He is not your personal ATM. He is not your money bank. And anybody else going in there wanting to help the Whitakers, I pray that they help the Whitakers. I pray that they go in and do what they want. They're saying they're going to do without monetization, without monetizing it and gaining for themselves. That's when the red flags go up. I understand why Mark did it. Mark wasn't exploiting that family. Mark did not exploit that family. Not at all. He knew that family for 20 years. 20 years. And he didn't make 20 years worth of videos. He took pictures. He went down there. He visited the family. And then he decided, hey, let's get a GoFundMe started. Let's get some donations and let's get this house fixed up. Yes, it is a donation. Yes, it is their money. But the only thing, and I kind of agree with Mark, it is their money. And, you can't withhold it from them if they're wanting it. But all in all, he should have just sat down and said, okay, Betty, this is what we have. This is your money. This is what you keep asking for. This is the way you need to do it. Do it the same way you've done it before we started the donations. Let's leave the donations alone, sweetheart. Let's leave it alone for right now. Let's let it build up and let's get you a new house. And then that would have cut out BJ stealing from her. And I believe BJ, and I'm not saying that bad about BJ. BJ even admitted, she would keep on asking until Betty got tired of hearing her, and she would give her the money. That's how she got the money from Betty. And BJ's kids, did the same thing. Threaten them, probably. But as far as anything else goes, that's the only thing that I think Mark should have done. And then that would have cut out everything. And I would have made sure she understood. There's going to be people coming around here with cameras. There's going to be people wanting to come in here and monetizing to get money off of you, using you to gain money for their pockets. She would probably not would have understood that, because there's a lot she didn't understand. Just like when he said siblings. She didn't understand what siblings were. He said, I'm sorry, not siblings, brothers and sisters. He had to change it to brothers and sisters because she didn't understand what siblings was. And people that saying that she knew what $100,000 was, guarantee she didn't. I guarantee she did not. I guarantee you could give her a $100 bill and a $10 bill, take her to Walmart, and she's going to think that she can get something that costs $100 with a $10 bill. You could probably give her 2 10s and tell her one's a 10 and one's a 100. She probably wouldn't know no different. I'm telling you, she probably wouldn't. But, because when they would, you got to think, when they would go get groceries and stuff from the store, if they did not have cash, they had to have a bank account, because in the state of West Virginia, they don't give checks anymore. And they haven't for a long time. I lived there, moved in over there in West Virginia in 2014, and they did not do paper checks. You either had to have a bank account, or they would give you the government card that your disability would go on. Because my son is disabled, my oldest son. He is disabled. He does draw a disability check. So I do know how they do the disability checks around there. And So therefore, it's not like she knows what the difference between a 10, a 5, and a 100. I'm sorry, but no, she don't. She probably knows what a dollar bill is, you know, because back when they were younger, when they were kids, I guarantee she knew what a dollar bill was. But other thing over than a dollar bill, she probably didn't. And I think it was it the 40s? No, wait. When was it that, wait a minute, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of which president it was that was in office, because West Virginia was the first state to get welfare. And I can guarantee you, they were on welfare. I guarantee you. So therefore, she probably did not know anything about money except for a dollar bill or a quarter, you know, pocket change. She knew about that. But y'all, I'm sorry to ramble on, but I had to get that off my chest, and I'm gonna get off here so he can get back to playing his game and fussing at the game like he was doing. So I love y'all, mean it. See you in the next video. Oh, and please like, share, subscribe, and please like. Let's subscribe. I want to get, my goal is 10,000 people. That's my goal. So y'all share,
and watch
like
my videos.
Yes, and go to what is it? T-Rex Spinosaurus? No. Yeah, T-Rex Spinosaurus Playtime.
Yeah, but another way, it's Cooking with Little.
Or Cooking with Little Bama, because that was my old channel and I let him have it. But y'all let's be kind to one another. Let's help out people that need help. You know, let's do good for people without monetization. Okay? All right, y'all. Now I'm off here. Love y'all. Mean it.